Hey peoples, Karina here, coming to you with this video. As you see, the title is below. And I hate before I make a video, I have to always be like, damn, it's a sensitive subject. But shit, lately, a lot of shit's been sensitive subject, okay? Some people really be phoning some shit in though, like for real. But anyway, you see the title, Reason, Season, Lifetime Friends. Whenever something is about to change, certain shit and certain people, you're gonna be able to see from a different angle. It's one thing for people to say, I believe in you, and then you don't believe in yourself to the extent that you should. But on some level, and I'm gonna try to explain this the best way that I can, on some level, people around you know, as your confidence grow, you're gonna start seeing more shit that maybe, before they were able to gaslight you into thinking that, oh, you're overreacting, this and that is whatever. Some things you just can't parade away, okay? It's like this. Sometimes you'll have certain people in your life that'll be your friends with the best of intentions. This will be people you had just met maybe a few months ago. People maybe you've met them some years ago and you love the bond with them, so you keep them in your life. And every time a friendship ends, it don't have to be knockout, drag out. And then some people won't let you leave them, And when I say won't let you leave them, they'll be like, do it in a super crazy way, like, no, I'll fuck up your life. Or they'll be like, I'm not ever gonna stop loving you. I'll back away from you. I'll give you your space. I'll give you your time to think. I'll give you your time to do whatever. But I'm not leaving you. That might be one of your lifetime friends. You don't know. But only time will tell if that's one of your season, reason, or lifetime people. When you start, like, sitting back, looking at your life, putting two and two together. Well, some things that you looked at and you were like, well, why did this happen or why did that happen? And you trying to like sit there and understand like what was the reason. Like you seriously sitting there in your Cardi B voice like, what is the reason, bitch? What is the reason? For real. I mean, your meditation, it's like, I had to literally be like, okay, Spirit, for real, what is the reason? And sometimes it's like you'll get this nudge of like, okay, you asking, but if I tell you, don't try to reason with it, I'll show you signs. And I'm like, okay. So I literally made a post on Facebook probably about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Before I went back to work, because I was like, damn. Thinking to myself, I let the opinions of other people, even though no matter how much you don't give a fuck about, here's the thing. People's opinions to me don't matter unless my heart is attached to you. If my heart ain't attached to you, like I don't love you like a family member, your opinion means absolutely nothing. It might piss me off, but at the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing. Nothing, whoosh, woo. That's what your opinion means to me, Nush. I can't even say it. Y'all know the goddamn cheer. Like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, y'all probably wasn't no 80s baby. But anyway, I don't know if they still do that shit right now. But anywho. And that's not even, that was basically the hook of the damn cheer. That wasn't the whole goddamn cheer. But anyway, I'm trying to be funny because I'm really trying not to be an emotional motherfucker. I know how to, sometimes I know how to deviate away from that shit, you know. But sometimes other people's opinions will matter to you when you love them a whole lot. You respect them because of what they do and whatever like that, but you have a craving for your friends to be able to teach you something. Just like if somebody text me or pick up the phone and call me to ask me a question because something this and that is they dealing with it, and they felt the need to call me because to say, hey, well, you dealt with this before, how did you handle this? It's different. But then when you have friends that mean well and they haven't really experienced the drama and trauma to a certain extent that you have, and the only advice they can give you is pray. That type of shit is like a slap in the face sometimes, because it's like I can be there to answer your question, but it's like I'm not fulfilled like with the answers. It's like you could call somebody. It's almost like just talking to vent. And it's nothing wrong with talking to somebody to vent. But at the same time, it's like if they don't have any better advice about whatever, then just pray. Okay, you just pray. How's that working for you, Dave? How's that working for you? And it's not to be ugly. Some people genuinely don't know what to tell you. That's like asking a person that has never lost a parent how that feels. If I've never experienced that, the best thing I can tell you is my condolences. I can't go into, oh, I understand, because I don't like when people say stuff like that, like to people, anybody, and go, oh, I understand. You don't. If both of your parents are still alive, you don't understand what that's like. And that's not your jurisdiction. That's not for you to go and tell them that, oh, I understand. Because you don't. Until it happens to you, then you will know the pain that person feel. Kinda, sorta, depending upon the relationship you had with the person. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. It's like, I didn't really, like, I knew something in me when I made that post on Facebook was like, do a opt out. Tell people, look, you know, if I'm like this, and this, and that, or whatever like that, you know, it's like I just need to bow out, you know, if you feel like I'm not the perfect friend. And I'm just saying this because I felt like, you know, I don't want to just call people and say, hey, you know, I just feel like I can give you what you need when you need to talk, but when I need to talk to you, as like I don't feel nourished, if that makes sense. It's like if I can give you a little breath of fresh air, you know, for me to talk to you. Sometimes it's like if I know this person, sometimes it's like this. Maybe in the beginning when people dress spiritual, act spiritual, speak spiritual lingo, so you think you can go to them. But then when you want to ask the deeper questions because you think that they would possibly know according to how they speak and how they act and how they, just their whole mannerisms. You come to find out a lot of that was just for social media. A lot of times that was just for social media, and that's not really the real person. And that goes for people that I've met like casually and just decided to talk to and say, hey, we're friends, we're gonna be friends for such and such and such. But I perceived you upon sight as being one way, but then even my spirit was like, nah, I don't know. It was like, you know what? You can't really go by what somebody looks like to know if they're a spiritual person or if they're not. Do they have substance to anything they fucking gotta say? Can they reason with, can they even wrap their mind around some of the stuff you want to say? Some people will act like, okay, well, everybody's been through stuff before, yes, but have you been gang stalked to where motherfuckers always hovering around you and shit, pretending to be on their damn phone, make eye contact with you, walk away, and then turn? Ooh, I don't like how that light looks on my forehead, on my nose, anywhere. I don't like it. Oh, and I know it's because of grease from my hair. But anyway, I digress. You don't know what that's like. And I get nervous talking about that shit because I be like, oh my God, it's like just to have certain things happen. Or if you've had, because I was having a discussion with somebody the other day, and like, I wanted to believe guru status, the way that they presented themselves to me, everything. And it was like, so what you heard about this, or I never heard about that. Okay, so you know how to do all types of stuff, but different types of stuff that you need to heal from. Sometime a person will be acting, looking, sounding the part, like they know what they talking about, and then when you ask them about it, they leave you with unanswered questions. Like, okay, people could say, well, I did it, so can you. Okay, if you have not never been gang stalked with the same motherfuckers, and I didn't even really know about what all that shit was from whatever, or you haven't had a parent just stand there and willingly, proudly show off their altar with candles with your name and shit on it. I'm talking about like literally, like in their mind, they think this is something to show off to everybody. Like, oh, I got a whole collage of you, since it's pretty much, this parent would have collage, mostly my pictures, candles and stuff next to it, touching the pictures, and actually tells me what you do, that you incant things, and you say that you ask in the spirits, saying, oh, I'm asking Jesus to resurrect dead situations, and then you burning candles on this and burning candles on that, attracting stalkers and woman beaters to me and all kinds of shit. And it's like, whoa. But the only reason that shit kind of resonated and came and clicked up is because for a long time I believed a lot of this shit that this man spoke over my life. Okay, I'm supposed to be your own flesh and blood, and for somebody to be like, oh, well, I've never heard that a parent, that's just absurd, a parent could never curse a child. Are you sure that you didn't? They'll try to fucking gaslight you and make you think that shit ain't happened, and be like, wait a minute now, they have it on a mirror, turned a whole dresser mirror into a collage, and then had another collage hanging on the wall with all these pictures. Now, not just one of my family members, and I found out later on, one of my cousins that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I'm gonna say one of my other family members mentioned to me, oh, well, your cousin saw such and such and such, and the way your daddy was explaining it to her, it kind of freaked her out. But see, I have one other cousin that's into spiritual shit. She know about certain things that people can do to put curses on folks, and it kind of spooked her, like, oh my god, he's willfully showing me this shit. Like a lot of things she saw, it kind of like, with a person that don't know what they looking at, and your mind is really like, I don't want to say it, if your mind is really like simple and you believe everything people tell to you without going check the shit out, you're like, okay, oh, it's a blessing altar, oh, okay, you should let that man bless you. No. When any, using red candles to drip over things and calling it, well, you don't have no blood for whatever, so you're going to use your intent and use that red candle to represent blood, and you're dripping it over stuff. Some people don't even need herbs and stuff like that to do curses on person, because a little bit about that is some of them folks in my family on my daddy's side have sacrificed fucking animals and actually practiced other shit. And I was like, I mean, a lot of shit I saw when I was little, so we would see it like in the country or whatever, and we thought that, oh, this is normal. No, this shit's not normal. I didn't know that. That's only something you do. Later on, I found out that's only something you do when you want to amp up certain magical practices. And it's like, I don't knock nobody for what the fuck they do. As long as you ain't trying to do that shit to me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna be people. People gonna do what the fuck they gonna do. Period. But if that shit was passed down and I got a gift, but I just refused to use it to do evil shit, but I didn't even know I had certain gifts. I try to deny them, or people would say, oh, well, that's Jesus. I'm like, really? So people would say, I believe in Jesus and I can't do that. Be like, well, I don't know, maybe your belief ain't strong enough. That was the type of mindset I had. I was like, wow, they really brainwashed me into thinking that all this other shit that they were doing was Christian practices, and it was not. And on my mama's side, that's a totally fucking different story. Totally different story. And since I had experienced certain shit, and it's like certain things I hadn't told to some of my friends, because it's like, if you can't handle the little bit that I'm telling you, like if you say, hey, you know how to do this, you should put this out there in the open. And I'm like, knowing how I gotta be, I didn't learn this till later on, because I was always one of those type of people that whenever something good was happening to me in my life, I was one of those people that always wanted to be quick to run and tell it. Like, I wanted to be, oh, I'm doing this, or I'm working on this. Like, I never was one of them people that was always quiet about what the fuck they do. I was always very vocal about anything I do. Why? Because I don't do shit that I gotta be ashamed of. Point blank, period. And I realize, and it's, sometimes, and because I was told this too, that a lot of my blessings was on hold, because you're telling some people that don't like you, that have the power to curse you stronger than what you can realize. So I'm like, nah. And every time I would do something or go, hey, guess what? You said this and that over my life, and this happened, not what you said. And then it kind of pissed him off, and it made him do more and more and more stuff. So I said it in the mind frame of, the devil is a lie. Like, you spoke this over me and it ain't happened. Like, you told me a lot of shit, like that I wouldn't go live to 20, 21. I'm 39 now. So the thing is, there was a lot of things that happened before I was a specific age that could have made that come true, but because it wasn't supposed to happen, so it didn't happen. And a lot of times people will say, oh, I got into arguments with this and that person. It's like they'll try to make a comparison, and their comparison will be so minute. It's like, but baby, I'm tired of having to explain shit to where sometimes I would just shut down and go, I can't do that, okay? I understand what you're telling me is what I'm supposed to do. And this was me now, talking about, I'm not, I'm not trying to deny what you're telling me to do. I'm not trying to, oh, I didn't want to walk that eyeliner under. I forgot I see it, but, anyway. I put it on so I can be like, bright-eyed. But anywho, I would just cry, and I would say, I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. I could tell them why, but I knew in my heart that their spirit wasn't going to understand. See, I'm going to boldly say this with no shade, no hate. But however you take it is totally up to you. Sometimes you're not going to get certain type of attacks to where, yeah, you might have got into it with your parent, but did they actively try to curse you? How about that? Did they actively try to curse you? If you ain't never been through no shit like that, don't tell me how everybody goes through things. You sound like one of them prick ass people hollering about all lives matter when it's trying to say, no, this right here is supposed to be valid, but you trying to make it invalid. Just like, oh, we saying that we matter too, not saying that we matter more than y'all. Get that clear, okay? Like, some people really don't understand you because they haven't experienced certain things that you've experienced. And sometimes the old me, the not too long ago old me, would want to get mad because a person don't understand why I'm telling them, I can't do what you're telling me to do. They'll be like, oh, you got this gift, you got that gift, you need to set up this and that, and you need to do this and you need to do that. Be like, yeah, whenever you do it, you don't have the type of attacks or people lurking or gang stalking you on social media or in real life. You don't got that problem. Because trust me, if all that shit was happening, it ain't that much positivity in the world that's gonna stop a motherfucker from stalking you. That want to stalk you, okay? And it's a spiritual thing. They don't have nothing to do with what you look like. A lot of times it don't. Sometimes you have sexual predators who just get off it with certain parts of your body. It might be your eyebrows, might be your toes, might be your titties, might be your ass, whatever. Whatever it is. But I already told y'all I ain't got no ass. But anywho, I learned that you can't get mad at certain people because they don't understand your plight. So you swallow it. And you almost go, or sometimes we'll go into panic mode just, because it's a trigger. Because every time you would put something out there prematurely, and they'll say, but you got the gift, you got the this, you can do this and you can do that. But if it's not something that I'm really passionate about or I really want to do, and then I'm sitting there like sounding like a broken record talking about, I can't do it, I can't, please don't make me, and they don't fucking understand, like, and they be like, why are you saying that? They be like, okay, well, you just want to apply yourself. Okay, you might have not said it that way, but that's what you threw in the atmosphere, is that you don't apply yourself, so you ain't gonna be shit. There's some words that you say to a person that can hear other things that you don't say spiritually. You almost indirectly spoke a curse over them. And when I told you that, okay, I swallowed it, my pride or my own feelings or my own intuition. And I went against what my soul told me. I went against what my soul told me don't do. Just to show you, hey. And I felt like I was walking the green mile, like, damn. I'm going to go ahead and showcase this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Damn, I'm finna get attacked. Because I wasn't ready. I'm not done with this yet. And because they're able to put their things out there, and your purpose in life may not be as big as my purpose. You see, favor ain't fair. Some people will say that about, I got money, favor ain't fair. You know what? Some people have more spiritual currency than you do while you walking around like, I got plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? You got everything you want. The family, the house, the kids. You got that wife that you complaining about and you trying to fuck somebody else. Or vice versa. You got that husband and whatever. However the scenario fits. But I'm saying got that wife because, I mean, there's men that complain about their wives too. And they be having everything. And then they say how they feel so unfulfilled. Maybe because you're not living your life's purpose. Or you be like, well, I ain't never really went through this. Or I ain't never really went through that. So why would that happen to you? It's a spiritual thing. Sometimes spirits will subtly use people and they don't even know that they being used by a spirit. Sometimes you can say, well, I'm successful. I have this many branches, that many branches. I have this, that, or whatever. And, you know, I'm the CEO of my life and I'm the CEO of this building, and I go around in downtown. I'm a CEO of that building, and I own this and I own that and whatever. You could just talk about what you got all day long. But when it comes to, you know, spiritual shit, like, what purpose? What purpose do you have? A lot of people think that their only purpose is to come here and just make money, tell people how you got this and how you got that, but you walking around sad and ungrateful and not fulfilled because you literally don't want to find out what your life purpose is. So a lot of people have shit and they advertise this, advertise that, or offer you chunk of money to overcompensate for something that they lack. A lot of times people will make you think that they're above you because they have more than you. Say you living in a big ass house. I'm living in an apartment. A big apartment, but apartment nevertheless. Big enough for 2-3 people. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, don't discredit people when they, I mean, if you can't handle the little shit that I barely tell you and you're like, okay, well, fine, you don't want to apply yourself. Like, wait a minute. If I do what you do and just I follow your instructions, I do what you tell me to do, and then it backfire and it's like, damn. And then they be like, oh no, you're just gonna get attacked. Whenever you're getting ready to do something big, you'll get attacked. Yeah, you do. But some people, like, dude, before I get an itty bitty blessing, bitch, you would think the whole motherfucking world was about to end. It'll be motherfucking World War III off in this bitch before a little blessing come. Damn, the fuck I'm about to do before a big one come. And that's why I gotta let my yeah be yeah and my no be no. I can't shrink down or sink down. I mean, if your purpose in life is just to smile and just be, then maybe that's just your purpose. Maybe your smile might stop somebody from taking their life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at it like, maybe my purpose is bigger. I said it. Don't think that, look, you can have some people who have a big ass bank account with no purpose, and you're real blessed if you got a big ass bank account and a big ass purpose. So I understand when people say they worked really hard to get what they got, and they ain't finna let nobody take it. Bitch, do what you got to do. Because some people that have didn't get it easy. Some people I know literally worked hard and fought through some major shit to get it. A lot of times they're not gonna tell you what they dealt with until it piles up on them so much that they can't go another day without speaking about it, okay? And like I say, it's not to ruffle feathers, but it's like, if you don't understand to the extent a person's life has been attacked, and you try to explain it away like everybody goes through shit, you know what? I need to be around people who have more knowledge than me or you can at least hold a conversation on a level of what the fuck's going on in the spirit. Or at least got one of them friends that, you know, they so good with they shit, they can come into your dream and sit down with your ass at a table and talk to you. Like, man, I had that shit happen 3 weeks ago. I've never talked to this person on the phone, but I could always tell by their vibe. Because when I used to be able to have a lot of free time and pop on certain lives and this and that, and no, this is not a black person that did this. So if you watching this and saying, is it me, is it me, is it me? No, it's not you. This person's so good with their brain power that they were able to, like, I don't know if it was intentionally done or maybe was I subconsciously thinking about I wanted to have a conversation with this person. I don't know. But the point is, she showed up in my dream, sat down at a table, and was pep talking me, telling me, you need to trust your intuition more. This is about 3 weeks ago, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. But like, you need to trust your intuition more. You can't shrink back because you're scared of who not gonna like what you gotta say. Like, she was pep talking me and she was like, look, it was hard, I did it. You heard me talk about it before. And I was like, yeah, I have. Like, I've been in this person's, I've been sub to this person's channel since maybe like 2018 or something like that. And I'm like, damn, yeah. But I mean, as certain things progressed and life changed and I needed to learn about other things, I still value this person as, hey, this is one of the people that I learned how to do protection work from. And then I got slack because at first I thought, okay, you could just do it one time and then you ain't got to do it no more. That's supposed to be a continual thing. And that's something that I had to be like, okay, yeah, you got to do it. But she was in my dream pep talking me. And she saw that I was about to get emotional because she was like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just hear what I'm telling you. Stop choking down your, how did she say it? Your inner knowing of things. Your inner feeling of what you get when you're around people. And she said, baby, God gave you that for a reason. And you got the same gifts as me. But you don't stand up in certain arenas. To some extent, you still let certain people guilt you. Something along those lines. I don't remember everything, but she was basically I was trying to remember the conversation, but the whole point of the matter is we was both sitting at a table in this fancy looking ass house. It was real fancy. It had like a little chandelier thing like hanging over the table. It looked elegant like. And yeah, I remember her saying it. And when I would try to, say certain stuff, she was like, no, don't say anything. Because I feel like if you cry, I'm going to cry too. Because I see your face. I love you, bitch. And then I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? Because I've never had, I have had dreams of people coming to me in my dreams, having conversations with me, but they were either related to me or it was my twin flame. And so, yeah, that was definitely a first for somebody that was not a family member by blood to be able to have some type of feeling about me, that they felt the need to come into my dream and pep talk me. That was kind of cool. That's cool as fuck. I mean, if you're watching this and that was your intentions, that's cool as fuck. Shit, I wouldn't mind doing that again. But That was some cool shit. Like, some real cool shit. Like, I can't even... It was cool on a whole nother fucking level.